That's carried. Thank you. Now we go on to the draft schedule of council meetings and amendments to committees. I've added in an extension of the recess period until the 21st of January. The reason was that in the original document we were coming back on a Thursday, and I thought just for the sake of 2 more days, it's probably better so that people can get back into the city if they're away. I mean, I hope people can get away if they can, but yeah, I just thought it's been a tough year for everyone, and I think it might be quite good just to give people a decent break. So there's the schedule. There's an additional council meeting on the 27th of January. That was just an oversight that meant to be included. So that's the last Thursday of the month. And that's our first council meeting of the year. And various other bits and pieces. Now, the membership of these working groups, they can be... We can add to those. They're not exclusive. Is that the word? If people want their names added to any of the working groups or committees, then just let us know, and we can add them. The engagement working group came up as a result of councillors' desire to contribute to improving, looking at different ways of engaging in this. And I think, Anne Galloway, you were going to put your name forward for the chair of this, and Sarah, Celeste, Jimmy, Chen. Was there anyone else that wanted to be on that? And Mike. James, would you mind if I joined you on the Central City working group?
No, in fact, I thought that it would be preferable if you did.
Yeah, so. Yeah, I'd like to be on there. So just add me to that one. Anyone else? So there's a swap of deputy chairs. So Tim becomes the deputy chair of Urban Development and Transport, and Phil Major leaves that role and becomes the deputy chair of Three Waters Infrastructure and Environment. Right? You look devastated. We've picked that in terms of the rural forum, we've put all of the councillors that have rural parts of their patch in there.
The rural parts that we have traditionally are the same as Andrew's got.
Yeah.
So that's covered.
It's covered, yeah. Yep. Hey? No, stop it. No. All right. Was there anything else? All good. Well, I'm happy to move that.
He's got his hand up.
Oh, Yanni, hand up. Sarah.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I just emailed through 2 subtle amendments, just around allowing the community boards to select a representative rather than naming the community board chairs.
Sorry?
I just emailed around a slight amendment to E2 and F2, that instead of naming the community board chair as the person on the working party, that we just put a representative of the community board.
No, I want the community board chair on there. So if you want to move that as an amendment, then you'll have to find a seconder.
They learned last time.
Eh?
They learned last time. One of them.
Anyway, I think it's really important that the Central City Working Group includes the chair of the community board that covers that area.
It's just that then it means that there's no representative from the central ward from the elected community board apart from the councillor.
Yeah, Jake's on it.
I was talking about the community board, elected community board members.
Jake is on the community board.
It hasn't been seconded. You
No, I
can't.
know.
Sorry, Jake's not elected to
Sorry,
the community.
it hasn't been seconded, Yanni. You can't talk to it.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Anyway, if you want to move that, then find a seconder for it.
It's okay, there's no seconder, so let's move on.
Okay. And oh, so and that it was the same with the rural one, right? Okay. Aaron.
Yeah, don't want to sound ungrateful, but what's happened to the disability working group? Because that used to sit under Tim's committee, and also just transfers.
Yeah,
Right,
it just
okay.
reports to the main committee, urban development and transport. Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Jimmy.
Regarding to the established Christchurch Momentum Committee, if we review the previous terms of reference, they have a sister city and the international relations. They have in a quarterly report to this momentum, but I'm not sure now, in which committee will receive those report. Another one I'm particularly concerned. Sister city and international relations.
I know international relations did, but international relations will just report straight to council.
Oh, straight to the council.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I'm concerned. Actually, council we adopt the international relation policy framework in August 2019.
Yeah.
But over the last 2 years, absolutely, there's a COVID restriction, lockdown, etc. But this one, I
which
didn't
is
see
why
any
they're
progress.
reporting in December.
Okay.
It's coming to the council in December.
Okay.
Is that right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Implementation plan.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I did tell you that. Yeah. Okay. And anything else? Jake?
Just thinking about Yanni's amendment, which I won't be seconding. What if we just added on, if he does have to a degree some semblance of a point, what if we just added on the one of the two central community board members?
As well.
Yeah.
I'm happy to support that as proposed.
It is nice to have community board members around the table as well. I'm indifferent either way. I just thought it could be a good way forward, but if people don't see a problem, there's no problem.
Right. So, anything else? Right. So I've got me moving, got Sarah seconding. So is there any debate? James.
Yeah, look, I don't want to vote against this because you'll recall that when we first adopted the committee schedule at the start of the term, I did vote against it. The reasons why I voted against it then are actually no different now, but I want to go into this in good faith in the sense that I think the process has been pretty good. And to be really frank, I think that this has been done with the best of intentions, and I think that it will be better than what it has been currently. But to be really honest with you all, I'm just not a big fan of the committees of the whole. I think that in some ways they're a bit of an oxymoron, where you've got where the point of a committee, I think the value of a committee is doing a lot of that grunt work with a smaller group that's really focused on it. So I think the committees of the whole kind of gets away with where that value is. But I don't want to stymie this or slow it down. I just want to be upfront about why I'm abstaining. So, won't vote against, but I'll abstain. Thanks.
James. Oh, Tim.
Well, that's an insult, but no, that's all right. I'm going to be supporting this. I had a real problem with regards to the two committees. One with regulatory, just with the enforcement, and another unit or committee with the planning, and it just seemed to be totally disjointed. This joins it up, and I don't mind plummeting from the heights of being a chair and going down to being subservient to Mike, but that's life.
Sarah.
Thanks. I'm happy to support this, and I think that while Jamie's point about committees of the whole is valid in a lot of ways, I think that when you look back at what we had with the re-litigation every time when the smaller committees were reporting stuff through to council, I think it does make more sense. I love the idea that we're setting up an engagement working group, and I'd like to thank Celeste for prompting that. It was her proposal put through based off the work that was done on the annual plan and engagement stuff. So really pleased that that's through. So thanks for that, Celeste.
Thank you. Aaron.
Yeah, I'm just going to make the point. I'm not a huge fan of committees of the whole because it's a council meeting with a different chair. So just call it a council meeting and still do this. Don't have committees. If stuff's going to come back and be re-litigated, then just have a council meeting and everyone's here and we do the stuff and call it a council meeting. It just seems simpler, but we can, why simplify something you can complicate? It's always the standard rule in governance.
So I'll wind up the debate then. The genesis of the committees of the whole, it was as Sarah described it, just the sheer frustration of having everything go through committees and then having an entire re-litigation and often a different outcome at the council meeting. So there was a degree of frustration that led to the committees of the whole. The other advantage of the committees of the whole, though, was to enable councillors to take a leadership role around the council table and develop relationships with staff in core areas of significant importance: urban development and transport, and Three Waters infrastructure and environment, and the community sustainability and resilience, or sustainability and community resilience. And it's just the focus of the committees of the whole really did enable much stronger debate with different leadership sitting at the table. So that was really, it's also about growing capacity around the table as well. So, and it has built much stronger interpersonal relationships between councillors and staff, and I think facilitated much more engagement, and we haven't had the re-litigation issues that really were the bane of our lives. We did look at putting back in place the smaller committees, but it just kept coming back to the reality that people couldn't help themselves. So, but anyway, it's to stand through to the next election, and the incoming council, with my blessing, can take the experience that we've had of this model and do with it what you will. So I will put the motion. All those in favour say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. And abstention from James Goff. Thank you very much.
And from me as well.
And from Yanni as well.
Abstain.
Thank you.